Breaking news, my wonderful people. El-Rufai scolds Tinubu for holding grudges, keeping him in the dark. The path for Egypt after proposing Jafaru Sani as a ministerial replacement. Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. My country people, the former Kaduna State Governor decried Mr. Tinubu's failure to be upfront about any reservations the president might have held against his ministerial appointment as indicative of a suppressed animosity as the controversy over his nomination continued to drive ripples across. El-Rufai specifically said it appeared that Tinubu had reservations about him because he cannot claim not to be aware of the petitions, and according to the account of one of our sources, they said this is what happened though, whereby El-Rufai's brutal candor before the president, started startled people around the presidential villa, and then with many fearing the political fallout. We know of his high level of competence, and Aso Rock aide said of El-Rufai, and the president would rather have him as an ally rather than an enemy. At issue have been the machinations of the National Security Advisor, Mr. Nahu Rabudu, who boasted the severity of a string of complaints against El-Rufai's viability for the seat on the Federal Executive Council to oppose his security clearance. El-Rufai met with the president shortly after the news broke out on Wednesday that he decided to step aside from Tinubu's cabinet because his nomination was withheld amid a cloud of security concerns. He specifically blamed the president for allowing Mr. Ribadu and other zealous security aides to withhold his security clearance and consequently allow rumors, to tint his image. And El-Rufai was one of the 3 ministerial nominees that were withheld with the list of 48 nominees, was considered last week. The 2 others include Abubakar Dalandi of Taraba and Stella Okotete of Delta State. Have not made relentless headlines because they are not as controversial as El-Rufai. And the senators, however, cleared 45 candidates, including Nyesom Wike and other, ministerial nominees. But then most people have said in these Tinubu ministerial nominees, they tend to be corrupt politicians, recycled politicians, and former ex-governors are all included in this list. So Tinubu is not bringing any fresh person into his cabinet. It's just as if he's recycling old politicians, and majority are with questionable characters, questionable history. And then we got to see that Mr. Rabidu and other aides were said to have been pushed. They pushed the presidency to pay the attention of, the damaging petitions submitted against El-Rufai from different parts of the country, which range from allegations of formatting ethnic clashes in Kaduna to cornering public funds. And before El-Rufai finally removed himself as a potential minister, El-Rufai had rejected, entities from allies to make peace with this Mr. Ribadu to enable the National Security Advisor to reconsider any opposition against his nomination. And Mr. Ribadu did not return a request seeking comment. But then El-Rufai has not publicly commented on either his withdrawal from the ministerial consideration or the specific allegations against him in public petition, but he has previously pushed against allegations of violence or corruption. Generally, he initially planned to play along until his confirmation before publicly announcing his intention to quit, before the inauguration. But the strategy became difficult to follow through after this. Notwithstanding his decision to turn down Tinubu's appointment, El-Rufai was being considered for power minister and told the president that he would not hesitate to offer support should it be required by the administration. And then he mentioned Jafiru Sani, one of the former commissioners in Kaduna, as his replacement. And then the former governor said that he wants this person to replace him. Mr. Sani should, stand for him. And then El-Rufai had before now backed Tinubu for president. He had endorsed him, but then, my country people, with all this going on, someone has said Tinubu did not want to make an enemy with El-Rufai. It's better, to make friends with El-Rufai than to make El-Rufai his enemy. But we've gotten the information that El-Rufai departed Abuja for Egypt on Thursday night, although it wasn't unclear how he would be back in the country or how his future plans would unfold. But information reaching us is that El-Rufai, intends to further his education, like his doctorate program. He wants to run a program in out of the country. But then, my country people, with this Tinubu's ministerial appointments, he has rejected it. He has withdrawn his interest, offering another person as a replacement for him. But then, my country people, what are your thoughts on this? El-Rufai has alleged that Tinubu is holding a grudge on him, and Tinubu has been keeping him in the dark since. So it's just as if he has been fooling himself. So, guys, this is really, really, serious. But then, these are some reactions from Nigerians. Safe journey, El-Rufai. God bless Nigeria. Well, if it's what are they to show? They say what goes around comes around. Why is he running from the country? You have allowed him to escape Nigerians. No story. No wahala. Go and turn the story over. Egypt for terrorist training. It is only in a corrupt nation the people, the masses, will reject their representatives, and the president will go ahead and appoint such unmerited individual. El-Rufai has to reap the benefits of his evil labor. Thanks to God, His Excellency Tinubu Emiloko is intelligent to act quickly. Okay, guys, these are some reactions from Nigerians. But then it seems that El-Rufai and Tinubu, they have parted ways. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.